leave that in there for added color. I gotta get Drew and Philippe back on these, but today mostly talking amongst ourselves as the team. Um, Philippe helped put together like a target to shoot for. Like if we were going to go to institutional investors in real estate, like what kind of things do we need to be able to say? What kind of in order to convert them, and that'll inform what kind of tech and data we need to build out. So we talked a bit about that, the data infrastructure and the data sources we need to achieve the kind of targets and metrics that a real estate investor would need to look at to use our platform. And we put together, or I put threw together a pitch deck for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're pitching to not just the Antler community, but immediate community, but also all the Antler advisors are attending. So that instead of us having to contact them and seeing if our idea is relevant, they can they can come to us because they'll know if our idea is relevant because they'll watch the pitch. Today was good because I had been feeling frustrated that we're not validating things quickly enough, and that for an idea like this, we need to build something in order to validate it because there's such a high burden of proof and threshold with the customers who would be institutional investors. I think we had a good compromise, though, of start climbing up the ladder, start having earlier conversations that are less developed with lower tier people like high net worth individuals. So if we lose them, it's not a big deal, but we still get valuable insights because we need to start validating things like, is Singapore the right market to launch in, commercial versus residential? What are people's exact fears that we need to overcome and barriers to them basically trusting that an alternative data sourcing, AI can make better investment decisions than a human can, which obviously it definitely can. There's no question in that, right? Like the feasibility of technology, but overcoming people's skepticism, especially in such a technologically backwards industry, is a major hurdle to our entire idea. And there are definitely cracks beginning to show in why start in Singapore. Investors here may be more risk averse, and given that Philippe's connections and previous experiences in London, for example, like maybe we should play more to our strengths. So those are still open questions. Looking forward to the pitch tomorrow and all the feedback and testing will get done there in terms of advice on how to further validate this idea. But good progress. See you tomorrow.